Hello and welcome back to my last series. I'm going to play against Dog here. I'm 3-0 in the group stages, and if I win this game, this best of 5, I'll be 4-0, 4-0, and who has 4-0 advances directly to the finals of the Prismata Cup, and Dog is 3-0 himself, so this is going to be the match for the top 1 seed. I'm playing against Handlock. I banned his Murkrok as always, as I like to do. I don't like to play against Murkrok. Very RNG-ish class, draws a bunch of cards for 0 mana, and I don't like that, and so I ban Murkrok. So he plays Warlock. I always try to have like a hand which is strong against both types of Warlocks. Against the Zoo, I would mulligan aggressively for the Unleash the Hounds. It's an absolute core card I need. So right now, if I would play a Freezing Trap, it wouldn't be that bad of a play, because I will not get that much value out of it against Zoo. So, but I decide to play the Spires because I can work with this card. So with the Spiders on the board, I can use my Unleash the Hounds at all points to clear off his board. So I'm going over the options here. Playing Freezing Trap is still fine. Even if he pings my minion once, it's okay. I would send his Fang Creeper back. I can kill off his Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler is an annoying card. But I don't care so much if he pings my Spider. I'm thinking of what he can do. Like, he could attack with the Knife Juggler my Spider and then play more minions and kill off my 1/1s, which I don't like, so I have to kill it. If I would have placed the Freezing Trap, he would attack with his Spider and he still can do the juggle thing on my 1/1s. So I have to kill his guy. He buffs his Spider, kills off my Spider. I'm 1 turn of Kodo. So at this point he buffed his minion, so now Freezing Trap makes much more sense. And I like to play freezing all secrets, and I want to use against, as I explained in the first game against Brett, I like to play my hero power as often as possible. I'm killing off his 3/3 because I really want him to proc my Freezing Trap with his Spider, with his buffed Spider. He expects an explosive trap here, but if it would be an explosive trap, I wouldn't have attacked into his 3/2 minion, and I would have killed his Spider, so I could clear the board. So a little bit of a miscalculation. But he played the egg anyway, so he probably wanted to play the egg anyways this turn, so if it would be an explosive trap, he gets the 4/4. So it wasn't really a misplay. So, and now I can play a YOLO Kodo. I can play, now that I top deck the Highman, I obviously play the Highman. And now it's all about protecting my Highman and clearing off the board. I have the Hounds, I have the Hunter's Mark. It's very nice. I don't expect him to kill my Highman here. Expect him to go face, but he has the Doomguard. And that is all of a sudden a really dangerous board. And he pushes for lethal. So this is going to be very dangerous. I don't want to play just Hounds, so I'm looking for a Buzzard, because I want to draw the second Hunter's Mark. I get my Buzzard in my tracking. I also have the Explosive Trap, which is juicy. But I have to take the Buzzard. I have to play the Buzzard Unleash. And I can also use my Highman to draw extra 2 cards. So the chance is really high that I will draw my second Hunter's Mark. So I get my second Hunter's Mark. I'm going to use one on the Doomguard here. clearing of the obvious 1-1 into 1-2 first, killing the Doomguard. I will not overdraw, so I'm going to use my Highman to kill one of those 4/4s, draw another 2 cards. Gonna use my second Hunter's Mark at this point. And I decide to play it safe, even kill off the Spider, and use my 1/1s to kill off the remaining 1/1s, because I have the board. So against Zoo, you just need something on the board to work with, and you're in a very good spot. I have like a full hand, he has nothing. So at this point it's all about just playing some Houndmasters, and yeah, he gets an Elven Archer, kills off the Buzzard. At this point it doesn't really matter. I have the Turtle plus Taunt, and that is basically already GG. Kill off the 1/1 and go for face. So if he doesn't play cards like Black Knight, there's no way for him to come back. So I'm calculating Lethal here. There should be a way to get Lethal here. I don't have a kill command, so we'll probably track for a kill command. I have 6, 8, 12. You could just get like a Huffer or a Leorc, but I just get a kill command just to make it a little bit more quicker here. And that's a very fast game 1 against Zoo. As expected though. So I'm very happy to win against Zoo, because those games are always like 50-50, 50-40, 45-55. So let's see what he's going to pick against my Hunter. He goes with his Druid. It's a very scary Druid. It's a very slow Ram Druid deck. Like, people dropped out against his Ram Druid deck, so I knew he plays a slow Ram Druid deck. Like, we both played already quite some best of 5s before this match. So I wanted to mulligan for because he plays like Ancient of Foreign cards like that. I wanted to mulligan for Deadly Shot, Hunter's Mark, Freezing Traps, but I had the coin Haunted Creeper into Haunted Creeper, and that is such a good curve. So I'm a little bit, yeah, doing the classic Wildgrowth turn 2 in a tournament BM. But that's fine. So here's the Wildgrowth here. Even Ascension would completely stop my tempo at this point. Plays the Keeper. Silences 1. I get my first Hunter's Mark. It's very important. So now I can use the bow and use my 1 spider to kill it. Or I use the Animal Companion. I decide to play the Animal Companion. Even if I would have gotten a Leorc, I could have used the board to clear it. If I get a Halfa, I can use the Halfa to clear it. And next turn I could use my Houndmaster to buff one of the spiders. So here's the Mark of the Wild. It's a card I didn't really expect to come out. So I would have preferred to play the Eagle Homebow previous turn. So I really don't want to waste a Hunter's Mark, but at this point I have the Houndmaster, which is, you really usually want to get a value out of the Houndmaster. Especially in turn 4. It's a very, very strong buff. But if I play the Houndmaster here, I would basically sacrifice the spider into his 4/2. This is something I really don't like that much. I also don't want his engine to live. So I'm deciding to play the bow here and keep my hunter's marks. So he's going to attack one of my spiders, and my plan is to use the next spider with the Hound Master. That was like a really advanced play. Was thinking about his entire turn, and it works out perfectly. Here's another Sanjin. I'm deciding to just finish off the one with the bow because I drew the next bow. And he can't... I want him to waste his hero power in turn 7 because it's his Ancient of Lore turn. But he didn't have to use it. But he drew the Innovate, so he can finish off my spider here, which was really good for him. It was a really strong turn from him. I have my second bow. I really don't... This is like a little bit awkward here. I want to draw my buzzard. I don't get my buzzard. I get a Highman. A little bit too late. I have to take the Highman. It's a really important card in this matchup. It's very awkward here because I don't want to use the Hunter's Mark on his lore. It's like really weird. If I play the dogs, I could also not efficiently clear his board, so I have to clear the Sanjin with my bow and go for face. So the first big threat is coming out, and here's the Wrath. Wrath is fine. So I'm down to 15 life. I finally draw my buzzard. I'm a little bit annoyed that he has the Divine Shield up, and I only get 2 card draws, but there's a really high chance that I will draw one of my 2 boars. So I'm thinking of how to get rid of the Divine Shield. I didn't want to attack with my weapon, but I'm going for the boar draw. Hope to get a boar. I get my boar. Happy about that one. Can still get my second boar. Not getting my second boar, but I'm getting another buzzard, which is really nice. He has only 1 card in his hand. I'm like, I protected my Hunter's Mark so long because I wanted to use it for his Ancient of War, but I have to use it at this point. I'm at 15 life. If he attacks here, I die to his combo, and I would die eventually very fast. So I have to use the Hunter's Mark. I know he has the Ancient of War. He's saving it. Both Hunter's Marks are out. His Ancient of War is very safe play. I don't have one of my 2 freezing traps. I'm in a bad spot. He can also use the hero power to clear off my board because it's his turn 9 play. So I'm considering to play the buzzard and to draw 1 extra card, which is not that good, probably, when you think about it. Doesn't really matter. I could just play also the Highman and yeah, and use the hero power. I really wanted to fish for the deadly shot, and so that's really bad. So yeah, at this point there's like absolutely no way to come back into this game. But I'm not giving up. So I'm going to set up my explosive trap here. A little desperation move. Very well played by him. He only needs like a swipe or a Druid of the Claw. So the current score is now 1-1. And I have Shaman and Paladin left. I like both decks. I like to go for the Paladin first. I think I have a really high chance to beat his deck with my Paladin, so I'm deciding to pick the Paladin here. So that was a little bit too far. So I have already the Aldo Peacekeeper and the Black Knight. I'm even considering to keep the Cairn as well, but that would be too slow. I want to have like some sort of small minions on the board. I was really tempted, but he plays Faceless, so the Cairn. That was the decision why I didn't keep the Cairn in the end. I don't have the coin, and on the other hand he plays Faceless, so I wouldn't really get any tempo out of the Cairn. So the Cairn is pretty useless. So I will guarantee get value out of the Black Knight. He plays Sunwalkers and he plays Wars, and he will not play the Wars in attack mode because nobody does that. He will always hope for me to not have the Black Knight, but I have the Black Knight. He doesn't have the Wild Growth. I'm already in a really good spot here. The thing is, like, if you would have the Wild Growth and would always be 1 mana ahead, I could just not keep up with the minions he plays turn by turn. But now that he has the same mana as me, my Black Knight will not be too slow. The Howler's Golem is not gonna do much, but it's at least something on the board. So the key moments are going to be wait for his Innovate, use the Aldo Peacekeeper or the Black Knight, and get a huge tempo swing, have a full board, and a Druid doesn't have a real board clear. The swipe will not do too much. So if I manage to get some minions out of the board, like Sengens, Assured Rex, Kodos, he will not be able to deal with it. So he has the coin Innovate, so something big is coming out this turn. It is going to be the Lore. Right now I'm thinking if I should use the other Peacekeeper. He has bigger stuff than a Lore. The thing is, he used the coin and the Innovate to play the Lore, and I can just trade it with my board. Sengen is not too strong, and I have again something on the board, and I have the Black Knight as a follow-up. So if he would swipe here, I can play my own Sunwalker next turn, or another Assured Rake. So he uses another Innovate to play out the Ancient of War, and I have the Black Knight. So that is a huge momentum swing. And a Druid can't deal with this board. He needs 2 swipes at this point. He uses 1 swipe and has to pass. He has no more Innovates left. He doesn't have the Wild Growth. Even if he would draw the Wild Growth now, it's too late. So now I will play one big minion after big minion. I played the Ashudrak over the Sunwalker. In case he would have his Black Knight, he would get a tempo swing back, so I will not allow him that. And he just played a swipe. So chances that he has another swipe is also relatively low, even if he has another swipe. So he plays another war, which is like really huge when you think about it. He had the Innovate play, into war, Innovate, into another war. But I have the combo Aldo Peacekeeper combo in turn 8 and kill off his next war very easily, and there's absolutely no way for him to come back at this point. He's at 12 life. There's nothing he can do. So that was a very quick third game. I'm 2-1 ahead, and I beat his seemingly undestroyable Ramp 3 deck. And let's see what his last remaining deck is going to be. And it is Warrior. I like to keep one true silver champion. Twos is not that good because I need the one to carry me to the mid game. There's not too many minions I can kill with them, and they're like useless for many turns. The second true silver will be useless for many turns, so I rather want to have any other card in my hand. Harvest Golem is nice, something on the board. He has to kill. Those dudes are going to be very annoying for the warrior to deal with. He doesn't have the armor smith, which is really nice as well. It's gonna armor up to shield slam my next big minion, but I will not play a big minion. I'm just going to play a bunch of smaller ones. Harvest Golem, turn 3, very nice. I have the coin to coin out my Cairn in turn 5, which is going to be very, very strong. He uses the War Axe in turn 4, plus the Taskmaster. So I'm going to use my True Silver Champion. I have to kill his Taskmaster, and I don't want to give him an easy target for his weapon as well. So if I like to protect all my minions. This is something which is very hard for a warrior to kill a 1/1. It's only bad if he would have like a card like Acolyte, but it doesn't matter since I have the weapon up. So I play my Cairn here. He has only 1 armor, which is really nice. So if he doesn't have a Faceless or his own Cairn, I'm in a very good spot here. So he has to use a Whirlwind, weapon and Taskmaster to kill off the first Cairn. At this point I don't want him to get an easy shield slam off. I don't care about the Taskmaster because I get an additional card draw out of my Acolyte. He has the Gore Howl. Gore Howl is a huge card for him because I don't play Harrison Jones and he will basically kill 7 minions with it. There's no other way for me. On top of this, my turn 7 play is usually Kings, and he could his Gore Howl has 7 attack right now. I get 2 card draws out of my Acolyte, which is good. But he could just kill my kings, and I really don't want that to happen. Because he can play a Ragnaros or something and still kill my kings. So he doesn't play taunts. I could also play just my Black Knight, but that's also not good. So I'm very tempted to just play. I don't. The thing, Warrior will not kill me fast, and he will not play Alexstrasza next turn. And I have the other Peacekeeper and the Humanity, so I'm really safe to go into total late game. From this point on, I have the heals. I have the way to deal with big minions. I have the equality. Armor's annoying, but at this point I probably have to kill him to fatigue anyways. And I have the extra card draw. But since now I can draw so many extra cards, I can give him some additional target for his weapon. And if he attacks me now with on my Black Knight, the thing is I want to build as many 1/1s as possible. Because I want him to waste both kill cards, like Whirlwinds, another Whirlwind, or Brawl. I mean, he has to deal with them. The thing is, he wants to play me big minions as well, but I have really no rush to play them. I have the heal, I have the answers. I played the kings here because his Gohal is down to 5 attack, so he can't kill my minion. He needs a Whirlwind. Actually, his attack is his weapon is still to 6 attack, but my hand is stuck, so I have to play it. He plays the Shudrake, which is really nice. I can kill it off with my weapon. I get my own Shudrake. I always have to start counting cards to not overdraw. I have to play a Pyromancer here, which is fine. I have to play my Pyromancer so I don't overdraw with my Acolyte. Playing it safe, not doing mistakes. I don't see myself losing this game at this point. I have the heal when I have the heal plus Humanity if he plays Alexstrasza. He plays a Brawl. Finally, really happy with that. So whatever board I establish now will stay. I didn't lose much value. I lost a Pyromancer and a Shudrake, and I lost an Acolyte, which is fine because I have already a stacked up hand. He's dropping very low with his weapon attacks. Sunwalker is a really strong card right now if he doesn't play Black Knight. He has the Black Knight, but now he won't have the Black Knight for my Tyrion once I draw it. Against a warrior, you never know if they play Black Knight. Some play, some don't. He has an Argus. Now I a little bit regret that I used my Black Knight. But I will probably go for the YOLO Kodo play. I'm gonna use my other Peacekeeper. I have a stacked up hand. Like, I have a lot of cards. Like, I have the equality, I have the humanity. Like, whatever big minion he plays, I can deal with it. I hit the wrong target, doesn't really matter. So this would be a good YOLO rack turn, because he has the taunt that protects Rignorous. But I haven't used a quality yet, so he really doesn't want to waste any big minion. So the first big minion he really wants to play is usually Alexstrasza. So he's going for the rag 50-50. If he hits me face, it's really good for me because he wants to use Alexstrasza before he hits me face. But he gets the lucky Kodo Snipe, 50%. I have the board clear. I also draw the Pyromancer here. Gonna play more 1/1s and pass. No reason to play the Pyromancer at this point. Would just die to his weapon. He plays the second She block, gets more armor. I can't rush down a warrior anyways, so at this point I'm considering to just give him a lot of extra card draw, but I don't wanna rush it at the same time. Like, if he gets like every card immediately, I might lose this game. Because I don't have like any minions myself. And I don't have Tyrion just yet. So at this point, because he's relatively low, I'm like, if I draw my Tyrion with my Lay of Hands next turn, I might rush him down before he draws his entire deck. This is why I decided to not attack with my Footman and give him many card draws. And let him die to fatigue. So I have a really good board against Alexstrasza right now. Right now I'm really hoping for him to play Alexstrasza. Because my hand is a little bit exhausted. And I really want to play the Lay of Hands. But I can't play the Lay of Hands before he plays Alexstrasza. Because if I play the Lay of Hands against Alexstrasza, I'm taking away a really big win condition. But from his perspective, if you have Alexstrasza, like, the board will never be weaker than it is right now. So this is probably the best situation. He's a little bit scared of my weapon, but I can't burst him down anyways. So this is probably this turn to go. I also used one equality. I'll draw my second one, but I got my here. I got my humanity. And keep lowering the armor. So at this point, he has a Gromage left, and you never know, like, do they play Baron, do they play Sylvanas, do they play Faceless? How many of which card, how many Armor Smiths, throw things. But you can put them on those cards to have one of each. He has a Cochrane Elite to trade into my guy, which is nice for me. So at this point he can't, like, especially after healing, after he used Alexstrasza, he can't kill me with Gromage. So if I kill Gromage, he basically has no win condition left. Except Cairn maybe. I get my Tyrion in perfect time. He has a very weak board. He used already his Black Knight. He doesn't play Silence. Faceless would be like the perfect answer to my Tyrion. But I have the Silence as well in my hand. Or Sylvanas would also be like from his perspective. So he has to execute my Tyrion. And he plays the Harrison Jones. Very nice combo by him. Very nice play. I didn't expect him to deal with my Tyrion. He draws many cards. But at this point I know I have to go for the fatigue win. He even saved his Harrison Jones for my Tyrion. I don't want to waste my other Peacekeeper for his Harrison Jones. I want to save it for his Grumage, because I know it's his last win condition. But what other alternative do I have here? Pyromancer, Consecration, and then Elven Archer. But then I have no combo for equality. So I'm basically forced to use the other Peacekeeper here. And play a bunch of other stuff. He doesn't have Brawl anymore. He used the Whirlwinds. So it's fine. I'm thinking if I should use my Holy Light here, but it's better to save it for the Pyromancer. I might need it. It's not like I'm threatening lethal here. So there's really no point. I will have the mana every turn. So it's better to bait him with a little bit lower life. So he tries to kill me. And he also might do a mistake in the fatigue race. So it's better to keep the Holy Light. If I would use the Holy Light, he would absolutely see no point in going face. What a spider, that's actually a really nice card here. Because I want to play my hero power every turn now. I have really no rush in doing things. This point, from this point I know I have to beat him with fatigue. He's almost out of cards. One card left. He has a full hand, so probably has like Faceless, Sylvanas, Ray, and Grimarsh. He has the Sylvanas. I can silence Sylvanas. At this point I'm also afraid of Cairn, because he hasn't shown Cairn yet. But it's too confusing to sacrifice my entire board into the Sylvanas and that he doesn't get anything. I could just sacrifice it and he gets a 1/1. But I don't like that so much. So I will silence his Sylvanas. I don't need my consecrations. But on the other hand, I'd rather use my consecration with equality, because all my minions will be low health, and I don't want them to die with the Pyromancer equality. So it's actually a little bit of a tough turn. There's like a couple different routes I can go here. And he could still have a Baron Gathering. So I'm deciding to silence it and just sacrifice my board and use the consecration with equality. And it's very important to use the hero power. So he's out of cards. I have a full board. There should be no way left to deal with my Ascension. He has one Shield Slam left, so I forgot about that one. Here's the Armor Smith. It's actually very nice when you are out of cards. He can kill all of my small guys. It's a very nice card to have left in your deck. So at this point I don't want to be too greedy. I know he doesn't have much left, and he takes already fatigue damage, so he has to play his Gromage next turn. or a faceless. But even if he plays a faceless, I can just pass. If he plays a faceless, I can also kill his Sunwalker with my Sunwalker. So he decides to play the Grimace to enrage it. And once I see the Grimace, I know I won the game. It's his last win condition. I kill this card. He has nothing left. I have to play my first. Yeah, I have to play the Shudrake, obviously. Because the more I wait with the Shudrake, the more damage I will lose. So I have to play the quality here. It's the only minion I can kill with a quality. I don't need the Pyromancer, so I will use the quality and kill off one of my spectral spiders. The 4/1 guy taunt is as strong as our 4/5 basically. He doesn't have weapons left or anything. And let him take that fatigue damage. He has the slam. He's happy that he doesn't have to draw a card with the slam. He has the faceless. He didn't play the faceless because I would have just traded and he didn't want to draw a card with his slam. I'm just going for the face. I know I raise him faster. There's no point in attacking his Drake. He doesn't have Whirlwinds left or anything. I have my healing touch. No point in saving the Pyromancer. And that was the last game. I'm on 3-1. I'm 4-0 in the group stages. I'm moving on to the top 6. And the finals are going to be played. I'm directly in the semifinals because I have the highest score before all. And the finals are going to be played on August 3rd. Make sure to tune in. There's some amazing games. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it and see you guys in the finals.